Ada, how can you be pregnant for Father Peter? How could you? How could you betray your vows and our family? Peter was born and raised in a small village of Etinan. He answered the call to priesthood at an early age. His mother was a devoted Christian. She often said that he was born with a Bible in his hand. From childhood, he showed a deep love for God, spending hours reading scriptures and helping elders in the community. This unwavering dedication led him to seminary school, where he excelled both in academics and spiritual growth. He later became Father Peter. When Father Peter was posted to Akande Parish, he brought with him a spirit of service and love. The parishioners quickly grew fond of him because of his humility and the way he made everyone feel important. He visited the sick, settled disputes, and encouraged the youth to praise education. His sermons were simple yet powerful, often filled with relatable stories and practical lessons. Many said his words brought light to their darkest days. Father Peter was a man of strength and unwavering faith. Among the sisters in the parish was Sister Ada, a cheerful young woman who was loved by everyone. Her beauty is one that cannot go unnoticed. Her devotion and dedication to her vows were admirable. Father Peter began to like her. He said she actually reminded him of his little sister back in Etinan. Her laugh was infectious, her spirit kind, and her devotion inspiring. Father Peter started to talk to her. Sister Ada, you are such a beautiful young woman, and I really like you a lot. You remind me so much of my sister, he said. Thank you for your kind words. I see why the parishioners like you a lot, Sister Ada replied. Few days later, a bond started to grow. Sometimes he will bring her gifts when he returns from his outreach. At first, they will always sit under the tree close to the parish, studying the Bible and sharing stories of their childhoods. Later, Father Peter started to go to her room every evening and visited her more often in her room. Life in the parish was peaceful, filled with songs of worship and sweet aroma of freshly baked bread from the sisters' kitchen. The parish was full of joy and routine. Every morning, the air was filled with hymns as parishioners gathered for prayers. The evening were quieter, with the community coming together for Bible studies and fellowship. However, as the bond between Father Peter and Sister Ada grew, so did the whispers. But peace, they say, is a fragile thing. Some members of the parish began to notice the close bond between Father Peter and Sister Ada. At first, it was a harmless whispers and comments about their shared laughter and frequent Bible sections. However, as days turned to weeks, whispers grew louder. Some claimed to have seen Father Peter visiting Sister Ada's room late in the evenings. Others spoke of how they always seemed to find comfort in each other's company. What started as an innocent observation soon became a wildfire of speculation. Some parishioners noticed how often they sat together, or how Father Peter seemed especially concerned about Sister Ada's well-being. They are just close, one elder said, brushing off the rumors, but others were not so forgiving. Isn't it unusual for a priest to spend so much time with just one person? They wondered aloud. The bond between these two people kept growing, and everybody could now see what was going on. One fateful morning, Sister Ada woke up feeling usually tired. Her energy has been low for weeks, and she has begun to lose appetite. She started sleeping anyhow, and this went on for weeks, but she waved it off. She thought it was just the stress of her duties at the parish. But when a slight swelling appeared in her abdomen, concern turned to alarm. She tried to keep it to herself, but her change in appearance did not go unnoticed. Is Sister Ada pregnant? One of the young nuns whispered to another. The rumor spread like wildfire. Parishioners began to exchange knowing looks during services, and some even started to avoid Sister Ada. The bond she once shared with the community now felt like a distant memory. One evening, Father Peter met Sister Ada in their favorite spot. He asked her, "What are you going to do now?" "I think you need to see a doctor, Sister Ada," he advised. But she hesitated, fearing what the visit might reveal. Meanwhile, the rumor took a life of their own. To the gossiping tongues, her condition could mean only one thing, and their suspicion pointed directly to Father Peter. The whispers turned into direct accusations when a group of elders approached the parish council. This relationship is improper, they argued. Father Peter and Sister Ada are bringing so much shame to the parish. The council, pressured by the unrest, decided to confront Father Peter. We have been hearing troubling rumors, the council leader said. Your closeness to Sister Ada has caused many to question your integrity. Father Peter smiled. It's nothing to worry about. We are adults, he insisted. She just reminds me, of my sister back home. But the council members were not convinced. Their doubts were rooted in the whispers that had filled the air for the past few weeks. The women in the parish exchanged knowing looks, their whispers now laced with judgment. Could it be? Could it be? They asked. Is Sister that carrying Father Peter's child? Well, I will not be surprised because we've been seeing them laughing about and walking about and laughing up and down like rats. My sister, you're right though. Even me, I feel like, this girl is pregnant. But you see, we are in this parish and we are soon going to find out what that laughter and sneaking into the room have turned into, they said to each other. Father Peter grew more concerned, and the next day, he met with Sister Ada. You must see a doctor, he urged. But Sister Ada brushed it off. She did not know that the rumors outside their circle were getting out of control. The parish council summoned Father Peter again for questioning, and this time their faces were serious and their words were sharp. We are tired of the unsettling rumors, they said. Your close to Sister Ada has raised a lot of questions. Father Peter tried to defend their innocence, but the council did not believe him. That evening, Sister Ada overheard two parishioners outside her room talking. Don't mind her, she's pretending to be sick, one said. She knows exactly what she has done. Sister Ada passed and told them to mind their business. Sister Ada's condition visibly became worse. The swelling in her abdomen began to be more pronounced, confirming the rumors. The parish council had to call for an emergency meeting. The tension in the room was too much. After much deliberation, they announced their decision. Father Peter, you will be excommunicated until this matter is resolved. You cannot serve here, they declared. Father Peter packed his belongings and left the parish in disgrace. His heart was heavy, not just for him, but for Sister Ada, who was now isolated and judged. He left quickly and quietly, refusing to argue or defend himself. As he walked away from the parish, he felt a mix of sadness and relief, looking at the crime that they had committed. Meanwhile, Sister Ada was isolated. She was no longer greeted with warm smiles, but with cold stares and whispers behind her back. Even her closest friends began to distance themselves. She felt abandoned, carrying the weight of shame for something she had not done. News of the scandal reached Sister Ada's hometown, where her mother, Mama Ada, lived. Unable to bear the shame, she traveled to the parish to confront her daughter. Ada, what is this disgrace I'm hearing? She asked angrily. How could you betray your vows and our family? Sister Ada tried to explain, but her mother was too hot to listen. You must face the consequences of your action, Mama Ada said. Turning away, desperate for answers, Mama Ada insisted that they visit the clinic. If you are truly innocent, let the doctors prove it. Why are you running away from the doctors? Ada, answer me. Why are you running away? Let them prove it, she said. Though scared, Ada agreed. At the clinic, the doctor examined Sister Ada and ran a series of tests. She sat there nervously, holding her hands together while they waited for the results. The tension in the room was unbearable. Mama Ada prayed silently, hoping for clarity and truth. When the doctor returned, his expression was calm but serious. Sister Ada, you are not pregnant, he began. What you have is a rare condition called pseudocyesis. It mimics pregnancy symptoms, including swelling and hormonal changes. But it's not a true pregnancy. For those who do not know, pseudocyesis is also known as false pregnancy or phantom pregnancy. It's a rare condition where one believes they are pregnant, but they are not. People with pseudocyesis experience signs and symptoms of pregnancy, such as a swollen belly, weight gain, menstrual irregularities, morning sickness, sensation of fertile movement, and even labor pains. However, pregnancy tests, ultrasounds, and blood tests will confirm that there is no fetus growing in the uterus. Sister Ada was relieved, but she was angry and sad. Would they believe me now? She asked. Her mother, overwhelmed with guilt, embraced her tightly. I am so sorry, my child, she whispered. We will make them believe, she promised. They took the medical reports. Sister Ada and her mother returned to the parish council. The council members read the documents in silence. Their expressions shifted to regret. We were wrong, the head of council admitted. We both owe you an apology. But apologies could not erase the damage done. Sister Ada's reputation had been tarnished, and Father Peter was in exile. Justice, it seemed, would require more than just words of apology. News of the truth quickly spread, dividing the parish. Some were relieved to learn of Sister Ada's innocence, while others still had their doubts. Do you know that the doctors could be wrong? I mean, it also could mean that the parish is trying to hide, their shame. Because how would they let two opposite sets be walking up and down in the name of father and sister? How are we sure that this result was not forged? Father Peter, hearing of the developments from afar, felt both vindicated and heartbroken. Even the truth cannot heal all wounds, he thought. Still, he prayed for reconciliation and peace. Despite the challenges, Sister Ada remained steadfast. She continued her duties with renewed determination, hoping to build the trust that has been shattered. The parish council decided to organize a special service to address the situation and make amends. They invited Father Peter to return and promised to publicly clear his name. Though hesitant, he agreed, knowing it was necessary for the parish to move forward. At the service, the council read the medical report aloud and apologized for their hasty judgment. We failed to uphold the values of love and truth, they admitted. Father Peter and Sister Ada stood side by side as the congregation listened in silence. After the service, many parishioners approached Father Peter and Sister Ada to offer their apologies. Father Peter forgave them all. Though the pain lingered, let us move forward in love and unity, he said. His words, though simple, carried a profound weight. With the truth now known, life slowly returned to normal. Sister Ada's health improved and her smile returned. Father Peter resumed his duties. His sermons now carried a deep understanding of human forgiveness. One day, Father Peter received a letter from his family in Etinan. His little sister, now grown, wrote to express her pride. Brother, you have shown us all what it means to work in faith, she wrote. Her words brought tears to his eyes, reminding him of why he has chosen this path in the first place. As the parish thrived, Sister Ada decided to pursue a career in medicine. Inspired by her condition, she wanted to help others understand and overcome their own rare conditions. This is a way of turning pain into purpose, she said. Her determination inspired everyone around her. Years later, Father Peter announced his retirement. His final sermon was a heartfelt reflection on his journey. Faith is not the absence of trial, he said, but the courage to face them with love and trust in God. Despite the distance, Sister Ada and Father Peter were still able to maintain their bond as the one that they shared was genuine. Thank you for watching. I hope you were able to learn something today. You know when the Bible said flee from all the appearance of evil, despite the bond that was going on between Father Peter and Sister Ada was innocent. He also appeared to be evil due to the sneaking about and rumors started to fly, all around. And also the second lesson for our story today is do not make hasty decisions. Try to gather evidence and see what exactly is going on before you carry out, the decisions. And for those who do not know, I hope you were able to learn something about a health condition called pseudocyesis. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And also turn off your notification bell to get notified anytime I come up with stories like this. Bye for now.